Hey guys, I've got a wood stove and it's starting to get cold outside, so we have that burning and it'll stay burning through this fall and this coming winter. So I need to build a wood rack that'll just make it a little bit easier for us to get some wood in and out of the house and load up the wood stove. So I'm going to build one for our front porch, and it needs to look nice, but at the same time it needs to be covered so the water will stay off of it and the wood will be nice and dry. Alright, I have the plans all drawn up. I'll be using some metal roofing along the top of this wood rack. This will keep the wood dry and all the water off of it. I'll be using 4x4s at the corners right here, and this will just be aesthetically, it'll look a lot better than just 2x4s, but also it'll add a little bit more strength to it. Along the bottom, I'll just be using 2x4s and some pallet wood that I have in my shop. I designed this to be 4 feet high and 4 feet wide. This will help with materials. There'll be very little waste, if any. I could just get an 8-foot 4x4, 8-foot 2x4s, cut them in half and use them twice. I'll also be making it 18 inches deep. That'll be about the average firewood that I use in my stove. And it should hold about a week's worth of firewood that our wood stove burns. So that'll be great to only fill it up once instead of bringing in a load every morning. So right here, I need to make a notch out of the 4x4. I want to make the depth exactly what the 2x4 is. This will help a lot with the weight of the firewood. I don't depend on just the screws to hold the 2x4 and the wood up. I will be notching out the 4x4 so that the 2x4 can set inside and be supported by the 4x4 instead of just the screws. I'm cutting several passes in this 4x4. This will help me chisel out this section a whole lot easier than one solid block. Once again, I'll be using my Craig jig to drill these pocket holes for the screws to go into. This will be nice, it'll keep the screws from showing on the outside, and they're really strong, so that's a big plus. I decided to add a piece of 1x4 wood on either end of the top 2x4. This wasn't in my plans originally, but this will help clean it up. It'll look a lot nicer and also give a little bit more strength to the corners where it needs it most. I'm getting ready to mount this metal roofing onto the top of my wood rack, and you could use this sideways and just screw it down, but I really want the grooves to be facing up and down. That way no water pools up and it'll be able to drain just fine. So I'm going to cut this down into sections that are just long enough to fit onto the top of my wood rack. This metal's really sharp, so I'll just take my tin snips and round those over and anything else that might be hanging out that I could get caught on when I walk past. So the metal roofing isn't being held down quite like I want it to. It's still buckling up in places, so I'm going to take my staple gun and just put a couple staples in because I don't want to put more screws in. It might look a little funny to have that many screws. So I'm going to put these staples in, and where those staples are, I'll come back with a little bit of clear silicone and seal that up so no water gets in, and that should be perfectly fine. Here's the finished wood rack. I used pressure treated 4x4s for the corners and pressure treated 2x4s for along the base. Those are the only ones that should come in contact with any moisture, so the rest I just used plain untreated wood. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. And we really like this wood rack. It helps a lot with keeping our house heated, and it's nice not having to carry in a load of wood every morning and leaving the wood inside and bringing in all the bugs and spiders that could be in the wood. This keeps all the wood outside, and we can just walk out the front door, grab a handful, put it in the wood stove, and it really just saves a lot of time. I've had it for about a week and only had to fill it up once, so I'm absolutely loving it, and it looks great at the same time. So it's definitely worth the time and money I put into it, and no doubt we'll be using it for years to come. So it's a great DIY build if you're looking for something that's useful but also fun to build at the same time. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button off to the left, and also check out more of my videos to the right and see what else I've built on my channel. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the next one.